Hey guys, it's Reaper Media and I'm back with another video. This is the second video on the best dirt trails in GTA 5. There's 3 in this one, and I'm sorry about the length of the video. I mean, it's 15 minutes, but I can't really do much about that. I'll just end up with 2 really long videos and then 1 really short one. So I just put it into this one. Anyway, I just called this the Lighthouse Trail because of the lighthouse at the start, and this trail's pretty short. It's about 3 minutes long, and I'm glad it's not too long because otherwise the video would be like flipping 20 minutes. But yeah, it's a pretty cool trail. It goes around a mountain and you go up and then down, and then you end up in like some campsite area. So it's pretty cool. The path actually cuts off there, and when you start going down the mountain, if you're trying to follow the path, it is really tricky, and I do kind of fall off quite a bit in that specific area. But other than that, it's a really cool track, but hard to not fall off, especially on your first try. Anyway, so the new DLC that came out, Executives and Other Criminals DLC. Well, first of all, the yachts. The yachts seem like, you know, a bit extreme. I mean, they're literally just an apartment that cost 10 mil. I think it's a little bit of it. In fact, I think it's a huge rip-off, just for a kind of an apartment on the sea, but that's just my opinion. But all in all, the DLC was pretty cool. The new car, the whatever it's called, what's it called? Well, I got the Shafter V12 because that's actually a genuinely good car, and the Valiera, that's the one. That car, I don't really like, to be honest. I don't really like the looks of it anyway, and it's not very fast anyway. So yeah, I didn't really go for that one, and also it was really, really high priced, especially for a sports car. I think it's the most expensive sports car actually. And so yeah, I just stuck with the Shafter V12 because I actually preferred the looks, the performance, and everything else with it. So yeah, and I got the new apartment, however, which was just like 1 mil and was decently priced, maybe a little bit expensive. I did kind of choose the worst option for it. I chose, I think it's called Sharp, and it's actually quite boring. I don't. If you guys are gonna buy an apartment, I don't think you should get Sharp. It looks good on the picture, but it's just kind of boring when you actually go around in your apartment in it. Sometime I'll change it, but it is like 300k just to change it, because I thought it was 28k, so I wasn't that bothered what I chose, but I clearly read that wrong because it was 280 flipping k. So that's a bit of money out of my 3.8 mil. Oh, and the reason I haven't really been uploading much recently, I mean, I have 1 video on the channel, and in that I said I would upload every day. I'm gonna start uploading every day, but every time I try and put the video on YouTube, obviously now it's worse because you guys are watching it. It says it's shared, but it just hasn't actually gone onto YouTube. But I've got it working now, but that's why it took so long. I literally couldn't figure out why. I just had to do some stuff and then I sorted it out. But yeah, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, but I have got 15 videos ready. And plus I make a video a day, so I'm quite prepared for all this YouTube stuff. Yeah, and in the future I haven't made it yet, but I'm gonna do bounty hunting. I might not call it bounty hunting. I'll probably call it something else, like contract killer, I was thinking, but I don't really have to call it anything like special. I'll also do car reviews. You guys will see a few car reviews come out. In fact, you'll see loads of them because I'll do all of the supers, all of the coupes, all of them. I think, except from like the vans and stuff. No one really cares about the vans. But I mean, if you guys really do care about the vans, then I'm sure there's other YouTubers that have like done that. And on top of that, I'll also do top 10s. That's it on. I've already made one. I'm gonna make another one on like the best cars to find on the street, I think, which is actually quite helpful to a lot of people kind of beginning on GTA. And I did one on the coolest cars, well, like my favourite cars in GTA. And I hope you guys like that trail. We're going to move on to, I've called it the Zancudo Trail because it's kind of around the Zancudo area. You go down, so it basically consists of you going down this river here. You start over here, and you basically just go all the way down here. I think you go onto like a sandy bit on the beach, which is pretty cool, and then you go like round Fort Zancudo. I had to edit it loads, like you guys will see the edit. It was literally daytime and it was night time when I edit it, because it took me ages to get like my bike back and stuff, because I drove it into the water by accident, because I'm a noob. Anyway, so yeah, if you get confused by that edit, that's just me being a noob. Anyway, enough of that shit. And also I'm going to do challenges, like who can get across the map without using cars, so you have to go in like the back of trucks. This was credits to my friend for this idea, by the way, it was pretty sick. So you have to get in the back of trucks, and you have to use trains and stuff, and you can use bicycles to get all the way across the map, which was a pretty good idea. And yeah, there is going to be a video on that coming up soon. I've actually got a list here of like the challenges and the ideas that I have. So I'm going to do like a crap car, going like the first to get on Mount Chiliad, and like a really slow car. Like the that really slow, the Emperor that you see driving around, that thing is slow. I'm going to do it something like that, or the trailer or whatever. Robbing stores challenge. I'm not sure if this will be different teams or just one, us just doing it together, but if you can rob like loads of stores. Furthest parachute challenge, that's pretty like in itself, it explains itself anyway. Oh yeah, I might even do like a battle in the back of trucks, but I'll need 4 people to do that. And that's annoying because I have one friend on Xbox One and all the others on 360. Hopefully they'll upgrade soon though. God, if there was no PS4 it would be so much easier, because everyone would just get an Xbox One. I have to like persuade them to get Xbox One, even though PS4 might be a little bit better. I still have an Xbox One, so who cares. Yeah, so back of truck battles, that would be kind of sick, like a gunfight in the back of people like driving a truck. You guys will like see if it's made. Also like a boat battle. If you see those ships, they're called marquises. Look on the website. It's like these massive like kind of pirate ship things. That would be quite a cool battle to have. Also like a revolver thing where you have to like turn around, like in Western movies. That would be kind of cool. Best of 5 on that. Across the map challenge, I've already talked to you guys about that. 4-star challenge, which is where you have to both escape 4 stars, but it can't be like an armoured car. That's cool. Buzzard versus like runner or whatever, that's also quite a cool idea. Who can survive mercenaries the longest? Ooh, voice crack. And like the first up Mount Chiliad, stuff like that. They're the kind of challenges that we will do, and there'll be quite a lot of them. Alright, now enough about my channel. You guys probably will understand like what it's about now. So yeah, what I think should come out in the next DLCs. Well, I think there should be like a way of like growing weed or something, or drugs, just because like there's no real like way of like consistently making money. Like, there's no like businesses or anything. That'd be kind of cool if you could like grow weed or something. I mean, Rockstar probably thought about something like that, but they kind of dismissed it. But oh my god, that would be so like cool if you could do that. If you could just like sell weed and like produce it, because that would be kind of a cool way of making money. And yeah, that would be pretty cool. And also there's this stuff about like the next DLC having like a map expansion. I mean, if it's not actually a map expansion, that would be really disappointing. And if it's just for story mode, that would just be a piss take. But because the GTA 5 map, everyone just knows their way around, and it's just too small now. It takes like 10 minutes to get across the whole map. I definitely think it should be at least half an hour, because I mean, even though it's pretty big, the map, it's just not big enough. And I think if they made it bigger and put more people in lobbies, it would just be so much more fun. And I'll also be looking forward, if they do that, to making videos on like getting around the map. That'd be really cool to do. And yeah, it would just be, if they added a new map to the game, I think it'll like quadruple their sales, and a lot of people go back to playing GTA, because you know the map's getting a bit stale now, and everyone knows every little like bit of it. Because when I first got this game, I just enjoyed like going around and finding stuff, but I've found everything, so there's nothing to really like find that's new. So if they did add like a map that was like 2 times the size of this one, that would be the coolest thing, because you could just explore for ages. And I definitely think the game would get a lot more like people buying it if that actually happened. Because compared to a lot of games that have come out now, the map's actually quite small. I mean, for its time in 2013, it was quite big, but they haven't done anything to the map since like 2013, and I definitely think they should at least do it, like, you know, add on like half the size of the map right now. But that's all I really have to say, guys. I'll play some music in the background and hope you enjoyed. Oh, and by the way, on this trail, I just kind of stop and the video just stops on the trail. Just keep going until you reach the end, by the way.
Thank you.